Hi, my name is Solo P1 and welcome to the 2019 F1 Chinese Grand Prix. Well, this is F1 1000. It's a bit of a memorabilia weekend. All the guys on the TV, Sky Sports I'm talking about, gone through all the classic races, all the classic drivers from the Ayrton Senna, Jackie Stewart, Michael Schumacher, Alan Frost. As you can see, I got my Ayrton Senna hat on there. The classic number 12 number. Anyway, it's been a nostalgia weekend so far. Am I surprised that Valtteri Bottas got pole? No. Do I think Lewis Hamilton's the favourite to win the race tomorrow? Yes. Especially after what I saw in Q2 when he got the fastest lap, and they're the same tyres he's going to be starting on tomorrow for the race day. But the only thing with Lewis Hamilton is his starts and that haven't really been up to par lately. I know they've got a new system on there. They've got an extra paddle shifter on the wheel, and he's trying to get used to it. That's why he's been a bit funny with his starts lately, but I'm sure he'll get the hang of it. Bottas doing very well. Proud of Mercedes, 1 and 2 finish. After all, the way the Sky commentators was talking about it, that Ferrari had it. That is going to be Ferrari 1 and 2. All I've been hearing for the past 2 weeks, all I've been reading on social media and Twitter and Instagram, Charles Leclerc should have won Bahrain. Charles Leclerc should have won this. Charles Leclerc should have won that. I understand, yeah, maybe he should have won it, but he didn't win it, did he? At the time, I thought, you know what, he should have won it. But if the car was reliable, he would have won it, and he didn't. So really, you got to blame the Ferrari engineers that they didn't set the car up to win. And that's how I look at it. If Lewis Hamilton doesn't win a race, if Lewis Hamilton's having a bad day, what's the first thing he always says? He always says he's going to go back to the factory. He's going to talk to his engineers. And you can see when Lewis Hamilton is up against the ropes, he'll come out and say it. He'll come out and say, look, we need a good talk with the engineers. We need to get to work on the car. It's the engineers that set the car up to drive on the track. The engineers. So, at the beginning of the weekend for practice, you know, you get the same old people on Sky Sports talking about, you know, the same old people. I'm not going to actually name them. Crofty, whatever. You know, Crofty and Little Johnny, Little Simon Lazenbury. I think that's his name, Simon Lazenbury. They're always talking about Ferrari's weekend. Every weekend is Ferrari's weekend. To all the Sky commentators, every weekend is Ferrari's weekend. But look, I'm not going to get into the same old shit with with the Sky commentators. If you watch Sky, you know how they are. You know the bias towards Lewis Hamilton. You know the bias towards Mercedes. They love Ferrari. They love Red Bull. And what happened to Red Bull? This so-called Honda engine. That's another thing I want to talk about, this Honda engine. This spectacular Honda engine, the way they was talking about it at the back end of last season, at the back end of 2018 season. Oh, this Honda engine, it's going to get them, they're going to be at the top. Poor the rest of us running his gums, like he always does, the failed Formula 1 driver. Running his gums, saying, oh, you know what? The Honda engine is going to be the one for 2019. Everybody watch out for the Honda engine. They're going to be up there with Ferrari and Mercedes. That's what he kept repeating. Now, I know this is the third race in. I understand. It's the first race in, the third race in. of the 2019 F1 season. But it's not looking good at the moment for Red Bull, is it? Is it? Come on. They're nowhere near the pace of Ferrari and Mercedes. Ferrari's got the straight line speed, and Mercedes have got the corner speed. But what's Red Bull got? What have they got? Exactly. What have they got? It seems like Red Bull's in the same situation as there was last season. So close, but so far away. So, look. Talking about the top two teams now, Ferrari and Mercedes. Yeah, the top two teams. Not Red Bull and Mercedes. Not Red Bull and Ferrari. Ferrari and Mercedes, the top two teams. Now, there was talking about it during the practice time. Some journalist, I forgot his name, I don't really care. But he was talking about that Ferrari are trying to redesign a new aerodynamics wing for their car. Because the problem Ferrari's got at the moment is they've got the straight line speed, but they lose a lot of that speed when they hit the brake and they go into the corners. They haven't got the wing. Basically, the wing is not there for the speed of the car. So they need to design another wing in the next couple of months to regulate it from the FIA so they can get racing and try and basically test it out to see if the wing is going to be able to withstand the speed of what Ferrari's got. Because they've got the speed. There's no doubt about it, Ferrari's got the speed. But when it comes to braking, it's like the car's too fast for the wing. That's basically what they're saying. So they're trying to redesign a new aerodynamics wing for the speed. Now, Mercedes, they've got more of the boxes ticked. They've got their corner speed. Usually, everybody's talking about last season and the season before Mercedes have always had the straight line speed. But when it comes to the corner speed, they never really had it. But this year, it seems like the car's more balanced. They've got the straight line speed, not as fast as Ferrari, but they've got the corner line speed. So where Mercedes are lacking in the straight line speed, I think it's more balanced. The corner speed is making up for it, and this is why because the China Grand Prix is more of a corner track, in my opinion. There is a couple of straights there, but it's more corners. There's a lot of corners in China. So this track suits Mercedes more. Because they maybe not, like I said, they haven't got the straight line speed like Mercedes, but the corner line speed is a lot faster than a lot faster than Ferrari. And that's why Mercedes, like I said, the Mercedes haven't got the straight line speed like Ferrari, but they've got the corner line speed. But the corner speed is so fast for Mercedes, they're making up time. And that's how they're making up the time. And this is where Ferrari is struggling. They've got that straight line speed, but when they get to the corners, they're losing all the momentum into the corners because the car's too fast and haven't got a wing to go with the speed of the car. So this is what they're trying to design. But anyway, it's looking good for tomorrow. For tomorrow, it's looking good for Mercedes 1 and 2, Valtteri Bottas 1 and Lewis Hamilton 2. Don't look into that. Don't look into the Valtteri Bottas 1 and Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton 2. That's done by design, in my opinion. So you could see how fast, even Nico Rosberg was talking about it, saying how fast Lewis Hamilton was in Q2, and they're the tyres he's going to be using tomorrow for the race. And he was a lot faster than Valtteri Bottas. So, don't look into that. Don't look into that. It's with Hamilton with number 2 and Bottas with number 1. It was done by design, in my opinion. Now, let's have a look at how it all... It's about 2:30 in the morning, by the way. The reason why the video is a bit late as well is because I've done a clear out where my office is at the moment. I've done a clear out, moved all the carpet. I had carpet in here, but usually like a rug. But in the summer, I usually take all the rugs out, clean it out, clean the office out, use the wooden floor what I got now because it's getting a bit hot in here, and the dust from the carpet, I usually take that up in the summer. I got myself a new monitor as well. I had to set that up for today. So it took a bit of time, and plus the times of the F1, it came on early hours this morning, and then I fell asleep for most of the day. Not for most of the day, but a majority of the day. And this is why I finally got round to do this video. So enough of that shit. So It started in Q1 elimination. Stroll got eliminated in Q1. Stroll, Russell, Kubica, Giovanni, and Albon didn't even Albine for Toro Rosso didn't even get to come out of the pits because he had a bad crash in practice 3, I think. He had a bad crash, so they didn't get the car ready for qualifying. Didn't have enough time. They tried Toro Rosso, but it weren't enough. And the damage the car. It was a nasty crash. I thought he really hurt himself when I first saw it. He came off the last turn, went straight into the barrier, and he really smashed his car up. But I'm just glad he's okay. And that was basically the guys out of. And Q3, it was Robert Kubica, Stroll, Giovanni, and Albon, and Stroll eliminated from Q1. That was in Q1. Right, now, for Stroll, that's his 7th elimination in Q3 in a row. Not really doing so well. That started when he was in the back end of last season when he was with Williams, and it's continued this season. He has not made it out of Q1, Lance Stroll, so there's something he's got to improve on. Q2, Kimi, this one stuck out for me. Kimi was out in Q2, the first since 2016 Hungary. I never saw that coming. I thought guaranteed Kimi. It doesn't matter what car is in, apart from the Williams. Any car, he'll get himself into Q3 because with his experience. But his car was struggling and he couldn't make it to Q2. So that was Kimi gone. First time ever that he hasn't made it into Q3 since 2016. So he had Raikkonen was out, Kubica was out. No, he was already out. Perez was out, Raikkonen, Sainz and Norris. All out in Q2. Shame for McLaren, who's doing so well. Last couple of races, they've been getting into Q3, especially Lando Norris, but for some reason the McLaren car is not adapting to this track. Not every car can adapt to this track. It's one of them tracks. It's very curly-whirly. That's what I call it. The track is based on a snake. That's what they say in China. That the basis track on a snake. It's very curly-whirly. So there's a lot of corners, a lot of bends, and it's a tyre wrecker. It will wreck your tyres. So tomorrow, people are talking about a one-stop strategy. I'm thinking 2, because this will burn. It doesn't matter what tyres you got, and it's the medium, the hard, the soft. It will burn your tyres. And I think it's going to be a 2-stop strategy tomorrow. So that was the end of Q2. On to Q3. Let's get this up. On to Q3. Basically, Bottas got pole. Second was Lewis Hamilton. Third, Sebastian Vettel. So the front of the grid, 1 and 2, you got Valtteri Bottas, Lewis Hamilton. And third, you got Sebastian Vettel. Fourth, you've got Charles Leclerc. 5, Max Verstappen. 6, that's going to be interesting tomorrow. That's something I'm going to be very eager to watch. Very eager. It's going to be, because you got 1 and 2, you got the front grid, you got Valtteri Bottas and Lewis Hamilton, 1 and 2. Third, you got Sebastian Vettel just sitting behind Bottas, and just behind them, you got Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen. So Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc, 2 future world champions guaranteed. They're going to be gunning for position. I can't wait to see these 2 guys tomorrow. Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen. That's going to be one to watch out for, guys. So if you're watching this video before the race, remember I said it first. I said it first here on my channel. Solo P1, I said it. Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, very interested tomorrow. So close together. This is something I've been waiting for a long time. Just behind Max Verstappen, you got Pierre Gasly, a lot better this week. The last couple of races, he's been off par. His car's not really been there. Lack of speed, but he's coming into himself now. The car is kind of working for him, because obviously his engineers are new. Max Verstappen's been there for 3-4 years, so he's got his engineers, he's setting his ways, he knows what's going on. But Pierre Gasly's coming to the team, new engineers, he's got to learn his car, but he's got himself into a good position tomorrow. 6 on the grid, just behind Max Verstappen, exactly where he wants to be. ready for tomorrow. Behind them, Dan Ricciardo, a lot better, 7th place. Very good for him, doing well above his teammate again. So it's very interesting. It's going to be a very interesting race tomorrow. So you got the 2 teammates, Max Verstappen 5 and 6 Pierre Gasly, 7th Dan Ricciardo for the Renault, and 8th just behind him for the Renault, Nico Hülkenberg. Very good. Kevin Magnussen, 2 teammates again. Look, 2 teammates again. Kevin Magnussen, 9th place, 10th place. Roman Grosjean, 2 teammates back to back there. It's going to be interesting. 11th place, you got Daniel Fiat. Like I said, he didn't even make it into Q3. So the top 10 are the ones who made it into Q3. Bottas, 1, 2 Lewis Hamilton, 3 Sebastian Vettel, 4th Charles Leclerc, 5 Max Verstappen, 6 Pierre Gasly, 7th Daniel Ricciardo, 8th Nico Hülkenberg, 9th Kevin Magnussen, and 10th Roman Grosjean. So that's the final grid. If you want me to read it all out tomorrow, now I will. The full starting grid for tomorrow is Valtteri Bottas, 2 Lewis Hamilton, 3 Sebastian Vettel, 4 Charles Leclerc, 5 Max Verstappen, 6 Pierre Gasly, 7th Daniel Ricciardo, 8th Nico Hülkenberg, 9th Kevin Magnussen, 10th Roman Grosjean, 11th Daniel Fiat, 12th Sergio Perez, 13th Kimi Raikkonen, 14th Carlos Sainz, 15th Lando Norris, 16th Lance Stroll, 17th George Russell, 18th Robert Kubica, and 19th Antonio Giovinazzi. Forget it. Botched his name again. Who cares? It is let me see what the time is. 2:30 in the morning. But I had to get this video done. So, let's have a look at it. So I've got any audio for you guys. If you watch my channel, you know that I always try and play some audio interviews. I can't really show you no videos because copyright, but you can hear the audio. So let's start with Valtteri Bottas. This one is 52 seconds.
Phenomenal job all the way through the weekend. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, sure. It's nice to be on pole. I don't have that many of those in my career, so it's been a strong weekend. I have to say, in Q3, both of the laps I always felt there was something I could do better. Well, I knew exactly where I still could improve, but I just didn't get it right on those soft tires. So yeah, it was good enough for pole. So I'm happy, and as a team, we were super strong today.
You've been the strongest member of your team all the way through the weekend, but are you fearing of Ferrari tomorrow, particularly with the straight line pace that they have?
They are quick in the straights, and there's some really long straights here, so for sure they're going to be a big threat, and I'm sure they're going to have a good race pace as well, so it'll be tough fight for the win, but we're going to fight for it.
So like you hear there, he is going to fight for it. So Valtteri Bottas has shown some steel this year so far. It's to me too early to say. It's only 3 races in. I'm not like these Sky commentators or like Autosport or Ferrari Marks or Formula One or WF websites that usually pops up on the internet. I'm not like all these guys who's going to predict that Valtteri Bottas is going to be there at the top with Lewis Hamilton come the end of the season. Bit too early to say at the moment. I'm not going to write off some Vettel, and I'm not really writing off Charles Leclerc, but I'm definitely not writing off Vettel. Too early to say. I'll make my predictions really after the summer break. I'm not going to make no predictions yet. A lot of the time, the Sky Sports will talk about Valtteri Bottas, especially Simon Lazenby and a couple of others. The only one I really like is Ted. But a lot of them always talk about Valtteri Bottas just try and wind up Lewis Hamilton, but Lewis Hamilton ain't falling for it. Let's got one from Kimi Raikkonen. Bit disappointed that he didn't make it to Q3. First time since 2016. So I'm going to play some audio from him. This is only 28 seconds long. See what Kimi's got to say.
Kimi, looks like it's been a difficult weekend all the way through. Where are you lacking the most?
No, it's not been difficult all the time. I mean, some of the laps been good, and keep chasing a lot. That's, I think, what has been more tricky than anything else. And I thought we had enough speed. We lost a lot of time on our own on the back straight, but yeah, it's what it is. So.
Race setup wise, confident of points?
we'll find out tomorrow.
Just keep it real, Kimmy. Just keep it real like you always do. Find out tomorrow. Now let's go on to what else have we got? Daniel Ricciardo. This is 1 minute 17 seconds.
There's nothing small about your business. With Dell Small Business Technology Advisors, you'll get the one-on-one partnership you need to grow your business. The Dell Vostro laptop, made for small business, made for you. Contact a Dell advisor today.
Big smiles all round, it seems, today at Renault.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, it's definitely a step in the right direction for us as a team. I think for me, you know, just the start of the weekend was already going a bit smoother. My nose is itchy. So I think this result has we could see it coming from already yesterday morning. It's good. You know, I think both cars hadn't been in Q3, so to get both in there, 7th and 8th, solid. Okay, there's nothing. I feel like something's on my nose. It's all good. You'd tell me, wouldn't you?
I would.
Awesome. So yes, very close, but happy for the team. They seem pretty excited on the radio. So yeah, good day.
And have you got a good comfort level in the car?
Yeah, it's. I think the whole weekend I've had for sure a bit more. I guess confidence with the car and feeling. And I know this will come, but there'll probably still be some weekends where it's going to be less than others, but it was important that having a pretty good feeling this weekend, I was able to execute, and glad I did. So yeah, tomorrow obviously we got the bigger show, but today pretty satisfied and happy. As I said, happy for the crew. I know this is a nice little motivation for them.
So Daniel Ricciardo happy, and he should be. Got the car in a good position. Him and Nico Hülkenberg, car coming good. What else have we got? Max Verstappen.
Faster all the way through the weekend. Talk to us about the preparation for that final lap, though. What happened with all of that?
Well, it's like an unwritten rule that you just agree on. If you get to the last sector, you just stay behind each other. And I was playing nice, staying behind Charles, I think it was. And suddenly out of the last, the hairpin, then they just start to overtake you. So it's not nice, but I'll remember it in the next qualifying. If that comes up, then I know what to do.
Do you think you could have been any higher with a more usual preparation for that last lap?
What, just doing a lap in general, then you have a better chance than doing nothing. So I think the whole qualifying we were quite competitive. So it's a shame, of course, then to be 5th.
What do you reckon you can do tomorrow with the car underneath you?
I think, we have a strong car this weekend, so hopefully in the race, again, we will be fighting up front, and we'll see how we'll handle the tyres.
So it seems like he's a little bit pissed off because I think it was the last minute towards the end of qualifying at Q3. There was a few overtakes. There was one by Vettel, and I think there was one by Charles Leclerc as well. Seems a bit pissed off, but it's one of them, innit? He said, "I'll remember next time." I wonder what that means. And what else? Charles Leclerc.
Second row of the grid, is that where Ferrari expected to be about an hour ago?
Well, I don't think we expected to be anywhere. We didn't come with any particular expectations. We thought that Mercedes was strong because obviously Valtteri has been strong all weekend. Lewis a bit less, but he was struggling with some things I've heard. Was better in qualifying, so no, it's not such a surprise to see them where they are.
As for tomorrow, have you got a better race car than qualifying car, do you think?
I have no idea because I haven't done any high field runs because of FP2, and in FP3 I had the red flag when we wanted to go for some laps there. So yeah, going a little bit in the unknown, but I'll push to have the best result possible.
So kind of playing these cards close to his chest. He's got a race car for tomorrow. He has. He's ready. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a good race tomorrow. A few more interviews. I've got one here of Pierre Gasly.
happy with P6 or annoyed with the sort of the chaos at the end?
No. I think we'll take P6. It's been quite tricky weekend. Still a lot of things to improve, but I think P6 was the best we could do. Max was fast all weekend. Still struggle a bit with the car. I think things are coming slowly together, not as fast as we would like, but we have some direction. I think P6 is good starting position. So now we'll focus on the race.
Have you got the naughty rear sorted out?
Still not yet, but we'll get there slowly. I think we have some good direction. I think there are things the team can help me with and things I can change to make it better. So we'll work together and then we'll get there.
Seems positive. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Let's play Roman Grosjean. 1 minute 5 seconds this video.
First of all, great lap in Q2. One shot, one punch, knockout. Great job.
Yeah. I wasn't very pleased with my first attempt in Q2. I had a big snap in turn 8 and just couldn't beat the lap. So, when you've got one chance and the midfield is within 0.2 of a second, it puts a lot of pressure on us. But we did well, and I think we recovered very well from yesterday. So I was happy with that.
Every time I see him speak, every time I
we have not
just see his face, it just makes me laugh.
To the Chinese
I just think of Baku, man.
Okay.
2018.
But, as you say, from where you were yesterday to where you are today, performance of the car, do you have some confidence going into the race tomorrow that those woes are behind you?
Yeah, I hope so. I think the car looked really good today, much better than yesterday. So very happy with that. Renault looked really strong yesterday on the long run. So let's see if we can keep up with them. But we're in a good position. Obviously, not ideal to not have a time in Q3, but we went there, and I think the packing order that we see in Q3 is pretty much more representative of the packing order since the beginning of the year.
So, one more, let's have a look. We've got Vettel, 1 minute 56 seconds.
Seb, second row of the grid, happy with today's performance, or was there any more to come?
We had maybe a little bit more, but probably not enough to really beat Mercedes. So I'm happy, but not really happy, if you see what I mean. So, I think we should have a good car tomorrow in the race. Hopefully we can show it throughout the whole race.
You're going to. Come on, Seb.
Is it no points today, only tomorrow? But have you got the advantage on the straights that you need? Is it going to be about hanging with them through the corners where they've got some decent pace?
Certainly, but that's the difficult bit because they seem to be faster in the corners. So if we can hang with them, then we have a chance down the straights because we are faster. But it's not like we are 50 kph faster. We just sail past. It's still a tough job to do. So we will see. It's a long race, and I expect it to be a very tight race. Important what to do with strategy to call at the right time for the right thing, and then see where it takes us.
Bit of confusion at the end of qualifying with everyone coming through the hairpin. Max unhappy that seemingly an agreement between everybody not to pass was not sort of honoured. Was there some confusion there?
Well, there is sort of, but I'm saying sort of because obviously the priority is to make it across the line. So I was told that there's very little margin, and I was sort of last of that group hanging with the Haas, and from then onwards you can see that I was just trying to get back. So I think I have a reason. Obviously the other 5 cars behind me, or 4, didn't make it, so it's not particularly that I wanted to put Max in a bad place. I just wanted to make sure that I make it. I'm surprised that they were not told if we all speed up then we are all in, see what I mean? But the problem is obviously that everybody was sent out at the same time, so, and too late without margin, otherwise it could just drop back.
Fair enough. It's going to be an interesting race tomorrow, man. Very, very interesting. Ferrari going to be on it as well. They're going to be on it. Now, last one, Lewis, 43 seconds. He's saying PT was a good position for him after the weekend he's had, but we'll see tomorrow. We know Lewis, don't we, guys and girls?
Lewis, front row of the grid. A good day's work for Mercedes.
Yeah, fantastic job for the team. Really happy for us to be 1-2. I didn't know where we were going to be. I thought it was going to be a bit closer than it was, but it was great performance at the end. I think we really made strides and leaps throughout the weekend. Valtteri's generally been comfortable in the car all weekend, but for me it's been a real struggle and something I've been having to work on.
I know you've been struggling and that it's not sort of suiting you as much as it has done in the past. With that in mind, do you take confidence into tomorrow's race that you can at least maintain this position, if not take the lead and win the thing?
I hope so. Starts have not been my strength, so I've got to try and figure out if I can pull a good start out tomorrow. That's the key.
Put it this way. If Hamilton gets a good start tomorrow and he comes out in front at the beginning, I think he'll win the race. Hopefully his strategy is good. They don't mess him up in the pits. But I think if he gets a good start tomorrow, which I'm probably hoping that he does maybe, I think he's going to. I think he'll win the race tomorrow. And hopefully we can get Mercedes 1 and 2 either way, really. 1 or 2 Mercedes. Because it'd be good for the Drivers' Championship and especially the Constructors as well. Because I had a 1 and 2 2 weeks ago in Bahrain, and it's going to be another 1 and 2. If they do it tomorrow, it'll be 1 and 2, and that the constructions will be looking good for Mercedes again. And that's only the 3rd race in. As long as Bottas can maintain his current form, which I'm not sure about. See what happens after the summer break, then I'll start judging Bottas then. But that's it. I'm sorry the review was a bit short, it was a bit croaky. It's 2:30 in the morning. I wanted to get this video done because obviously because of the awkward times being in China, the race is going to start tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning or 6:30 in the morning, Europe time. And it's going to be, you know what I mean, I'm gonna have to go to bed now, probably get about 4 or 5 hours sleep, and then I have to get up, watch the race again. I want to watch it live. I don't want to hear no notification on my phone to say who's won the race, because what'll happen is I'll get up tomorrow, ding ding, I'll get a notification on my phone, it'll come up and say who's won the Grand Prix, and because I know I will look at my phone. It's a natural thing when you get up in the morning, you look at your phone, don't you? So I want to watch it live, so I'm going to go to bed now, probably get about 4 hours sleep, watch the race, and then when I watch the race, I'll get some more sleep, go out again, come back later, and then do the video. So the video will be uploaded late tomorrow, the race day review. Not as late as this one, but it will be late, so look out for that one as well. If you subscribe on YouTube, hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the notification button as well. So any new videos what I upload go straight to my channel. So follow me on Instagram, solo_P1, as you can see it there in the top left corner. Follow me on Twitch, solo_P1. Follow me on Twitter, solo_P1. And follow me on YouTube, solo_P1. This is solo_P1. Oh yeah, before I go, the DD2 is coming soon, so I'm going to be doing an unboxing. The Fanatec DD2 wheel is going to be coming very soon, and I'm going to be uploading that to my channel in a couple of weeks. I'll do a review on it. I'll do an unboxing on it. Look out for that. And I think in June I'll be getting the PS4 podium as well. Just found out today that the PS4 podium Fanatec was Xbox and PS4 as well. They could have told us that Fanatec 6 months ago, but they're telling us now. But it's on pre-order. I could have got it in 2 weeks' time, the PS4 podium, but what happened? I pre-ordered it late, so I have to wait for the June batch. But the DD2 I got there in time, and that will be coming in a couple of weeks. So I'll look out for that on my channel as well. So just hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the alert button. So anytime videos that come up, any videos I upload, you'll be the first person, you'll be the first people or woman, man or woman, to get my new content. So this is Solo P1 signing out of the 2019 F1 Chinese Grand Prix qualifying. See you later, guys and girls. Bye.